The name of this gun sounds like something a doctor prescribes for venereal disease. It also is one of the most unique pistols that you can buy right now. So the question you have to ask becomes, is it any good? We're going to break it down into 5 key categories and give you everything that you need to know on the FK BRNO PSD-C in 10 minutes or less. How about the basics? This gun has a 4.3-inch barrel chambered in 7.5 FK, which is a bottleneck cartridge aimed at delivering terminal energy in a big way to a target. The gun is optic cut for an acro footprint. Ours is sporting a custom aimpoint acro done up by our friends at Ape Defense. The 2 mags it comes with carry 14 rounds of that 7.5 ammo. Ours also came with a 10mm conversion barrel, and when you use that, you can load 10 rounds of 10mm into the mags. That's the basics. Got it? Okay, good. Here we go. For build quality, this thing is actually pretty stout. It feels a bit top-heavy with the slide, but we didn't have a single malfunction. I will say that this is one of those guns that sounds like a freaking cannon going off every time you pull the trigger. It's just got this bass to it. Jesus. That thing sounds like a effing cannon.
It's like trying to hold a brick and shoot it.
I can feel the blast in my feet. That's how it's like shaking the damn ground.
Let's see how good it is at ground.
It smacks the out of this stuff. Especially with the ammo that came straight from FK, if you can actually find it. Okay, so we have a Gatorade bottle, and Ben's gonna put the 95 grain hollow point in it. It's sitting down there on a piece of wood that is not a rock. It looks like a rock. It's not a rock. It will be fine. Let's see what kind of damage. Aim a little bit low so it hits in that liquid. Good Lord. Okay, let's check that bottle. So it just ripped. I mean, it didn't even have a chance to pop. It just right out the back.
It was like dead center, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good hit.
Yeah.
And it made that thing do a freaking 8 foot flip. I don't know, but it eviscerated it.
I think you hit there and it blew out. Oh, I mean, you can't tell because there's not a kind of
Not much left.
Okay, just to keep comparison even, this is the hollow point on a similar water bottle. Oh!
Fuck that other.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so it peeled it like an effing banana.
So it hit right there.
Yep.
Wow. All in all, the quality was really solid, 5 out of 5. Oh, hey, if you want to keep seeing more gun reviews from us, make sure you support our friends over at Phorm. They've been helping me personally on a health journey, and I'm really enjoying both the level 1 meal replacement protein as well as the level 1 bars when I need sort of a midday hit. And the meat sticks are pretty good too. There's a link in the description to check them out, firstphorm.com/John Patton. I'd appreciate it if you supported them. For ergonomics, this thing actually has a pretty comfortable grip, albeit a little bit blocky. I do wish it had a bit more aggressive texture, but overall it's pretty good. The controls are in the right spot. I never found myself sort of searching for anything. It's pretty good. The serrations on the slide aren't the best, but yeah, overall good, 4 out of 5. If it was a bit more contoured in the grip, I would add a point. Now, for features, it has a few interesting things to note. First is the optic cut. They say this is an acro footprint.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I tried every other optic that is acro cut that I own, and none of them would sit right on this gun. They would either be sort of loose and not tighten up, or they straight up did not fit. It wasn't until I mounted the actual very expensive aimpoint acro to the gun that the optic felt secure. The company sent me a list of optics to try, and even some of the ones on their list didn't work. The other thing is the recoil system. They've dropped the recoil rods down super low in the gun and added a weight to it, like a buffer. Honestly, it's not that far off from what you guys have seen on the DDH9.
Well, that recoil's not bad at all.
That's so quick over here.
But whatever they have going on here does seem to work okay. It does have some recoil, but it wasn't uncontrollable. I will note that the gun seemed to recoil a bit more in the 10 mil versus the 7.5, but I have no idea why you would buy this and shoot another expensive cartridge from that gun. They also offer a 9 mil conversion kit, but it has an MSRP of $300, so f that.
So the barrel has a warranty of 20,000 rounds. And they also say that if you shoot this with reloads or anybody else's ammo besides theirs, they void the warranty.
We'll knock a point off for the acro issue, giving it a 4 out of 5 for features. For practical accuracy, aka how accurate we can be with the gun, it was not amazing, but also not terrible. The trigger is decent, but not quite 1911-2011 level. We were able to stack some of the rounds, but the groups overall weren't stellar.
Okay, here's Ben. Accuracy, FK BRNO.
All right, here we go. Here's Ben's group with the FK PSD. There's my fist for comparison. Stack 2 of them. I think with some practice, you could really, once you get used to that recoil impulse, you could really dial it in.
Josh with the FK. Oh, you see that fireball? That thing threw a freaking fireball.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
On that 4th shot.
I don't know if we'll show up on camera, but it was noticeable.
All right, here we go. There's my fist for comparison. Josh put down a pretty good grip. Oddly enough, we saw a fireball on the 4th shot, and that one hit a touch higher. We don't know exactly what went on there, but there you go. That's solid grip. That's my fault. All right, here's my group. There you go. That little guy, I called that while I was shooting. That was my fault. You know, it is what it is. I would say this is a better representation, and I put 2 on top of one another right there. That's pretty good. I think with the amount of recoil and kind of different feel of that gun, that's pretty good.
I don't know if this is a result of the grip shape, grip texture, recoil, trigger pull, or maybe just this combination of all that. I would say overall, our groups were okay, and that means it's a 3.5 out of 5. Now, the value section. This is the great equalizer. This gun has an MSRP of $1,495, aka $1,500. That is substantial in today's market, but you have to look at the whole picture with this gun. The ammo carries an MSRP of $60 for a box of 50 if you shoot the stuff from Tascosa Machine, and it's $75 to $80 a box if you shoot the cheap FK stuff. This is substantial. The mags for this thing cost $80. And the 10 mil conversion barrel is another $175. Nothing about this gun is cheap. And while that's good for quality, it's not necessarily good for your wallet. I think as a whole, this would be an excellent setup if it had a longer barrel like the full size or the field pistol version of this gun. But this is the compact, and I have to ask why. You're not likely to carry this gun for anything outside of a hunting application.
Yeah, that 0 is way off. Because we're not swapping it for the 7.5. I almost don't understand why you would do this. Like, what's the point? I mean, maybe if you were hunting bear and you wanted to take this and have that 10 mil, but at that point, I would probably have that 7.5. It's a lighter bullet, but it's still gonna thump, and it's cruising so much fast. I just don't quite understand what the point of a 10 mil in this would be. Do you?
No,
I don't get it.
7.5 is weird, but it kind of fills both roles in my mind.
You know, I was hoping this would compare like the Desert Eagle 50 AE and 44 mag. Like I was hoping, because the 44 mag out of a Desert Eagle feels amazing. This is just kind of, I don't know, it feels like a 10 mil semi-auto. It doesn't feel like that recoil system is doing much to tame that. It doesn't feel uncontrollable, but I don't know.
What do you think, Ben? You shot that at 100. How's that feel? Do you feel like you could hunt with that?
Oh, yeah. Shoot like a pig or something with it?
Yeah?
That'd be fun as hell.
I agree.
It has tons of punch, and it's honestly a lot of fun to shoot. I really enjoy shooting this thing. So I guess we have to decide, is it worth that $1,500 MSRP? Kind of. If you're okay with the cost of the ammo and mags and looking for something different, this is a great option. It's a lot of fun. I would skip the caliber conversions entirely, but Yeah, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5 for value. And that brings the total score up to 20 out of 25. It's not for everyone, but we really did enjoy it overall. Now, if you guys want to see more really aggressively honest gun reviews, be sure to get subscribed for the most unbiased reviews out there. And as always, thanks for watching.
You see that fireball?
Yeah.
I can feel the recoil in my freaking trigger finger. Like, it's just, whoa, that older ammo is legit. Good God.